This is Alex. At 22, he did everything right. Graduated with honors, got the job everyone told him to get, showed up early, stayed late, followed the rules. 10 years later, Alex makes $75,000 a year. He's in the top 30% of earners. On paper, he's winning. But here's what nobody told him. He's more broke now than when he started. Not because he's bad with money, not because he's lazy, but because he fell into something I call the safety trap. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why the safe career path is actually the most dangerous financial decision you can make. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's talk about what's really happening to your paycheck. Alex makes $75,000 a year. That's $6,950 a month before taxes. After taxes, $4,500. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The system doesn't present Alex with a choice. It doesn't say, here's your money, decide what to do with it. Instead, it does something far more clever. It fragments his money across invisible channels before he ever sees it. Rent, $1,800. That's 40% of his take-home, gone. Car payment, insurance, gas, $650. Student loans, $400. Groceries and food, $500. Phone, internet subscriptions, $180. Utilities, $140. By the time Alex actually processes what's happening, he's already spent $3,070 of his $4,500. He has $830 left for an entire month. But here's the psychological genius of it. Alex doesn't experience this as deprivation. He has a nice apartment. He drives a decent car. He looks successful. The system gives you just enough comfort to stop you from asking why you're not building wealth. This is what I call the illusion of prosperity through fragmentation. Now, here's the part that keeps you stuck, and this is where it gets darker. We're told that entrepreneurship is risky and a job is safe. But think about it. When you have a job, you have a single point of failure. Your entire livelihood depends on one boss, one company, one industry. If that one thing breaks, everything falls. That's not safety. That's extreme fragility disguised as comfort. And there's something even worse happening that most people never see. Here's the problem with the good employee model. It assumes money keeps its value. It doesn't. Let me show you the math that explains why Alex feels poorer every year despite getting raises. Year 1. Alex makes $75,000. His rent is $1,800. His groceries cost $450 a month. Year 2, he gets a 3% raise. Now he makes $77,250. Congratulations, Alex. You're moving up. But here's what happened while Alex was celebrating. His rent went up 5% to $1,290. Groceries went up 7% to $481. Gas went up 12%. Insurance went up 8%. Alex got a 3% raise, but his cost of living went up by 6%. He's technically making more money and becoming poorer at the same time. This is what I call the silent theft, inflation. If your salary grows by 2 to 3% a year, but the cost of housing, food, and energy grows by 5 to 8%, you're getting a pay cut every single year. You're running faster just to stay in the same place. And this is by design. The system needs you to feel like you're making progress so you don't question why you're not actually getting ahead. A $5,000 raise feels like a win, but if your expenses went up by $6,000, you actually lost. Most people never do this math. They just feel the stress and don't understand where it's coming from. Now let me show you how the trap gets tighter. Alex gets promoted. He's now making $90,000 a year. This is it. He's finally made it. And here's what happens next. He moves to a nicer apartment. Rent goes from $1,800 to $2,400. He deserves it, right? He's earning more. He trades in his car. Payment goes from $350 to $550. It's a better car, safer, more reliable. He starts eating out more. Going on trips he couldn't afford before. Upgrading his wardrobe for the new position. Each increase in salary feels like freedom, but each one actually tightens the noose. Because now Alex isn't free to leave that job anymore. He needs that $90,000 to maintain his lifestyle. He's built a financial life that requires constant paychecks. This is what I call golden handcuffs. The cruelest part? Alex did this to himself. The system didn't force him, it just presented the option, and human psychology did the rest. We see progress as moving up, not as actually getting richer. So we move up into a lifestyle that consumes every penny we earn. A CEO making $500,000 a year can be just as trapped as someone making $50,000 if their lifestyle requires $490,000. The salary doesn't determine your freedom. The gap between your income and your expenses does. And the system is designed to keep that gap as small as possible. I want you to imagine something. Imagine Alex quit his job tomorrow, just left. How many months could he survive? Be honest with yourself. How many months could you survive? If your answer is less than 3 months, you're trapped, and you're not alone. Over 60% of professionals couldn't sustain their lifestyle for more than 1 month without a paycheck. Think about that. You are 1 month away from financial crisis at all times. That's not security. That's a very comfortable prison. The salary trap convinces you this is normal. Work, earn, spend, work harder, earn more, spend more. But this isn't inevitable. It's not a law of physics. It's a choice that's been made for you. The moment you realize your salary isn't keeping you rich, it's keeping you too busy to become rich, everything changes. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. This isn't about quitting your job tomorrow. The point is this: awareness changes behavior. Once you understand the trap is a system, not a law, you can start to dismantle it. First, stop confusing income with wealth. A $100,000 salary is income. $30,000 in savings and investments is wealth. One is temporary, the other is permanent. Second, attack the gap. Intentionally keep your expenses lower than your income. This feels backward, but it's the only mechanism that works. Third, build optionality. The moment you have 3 to 6 months of expenses and savings, something shifts psychologically. You're no longer trapped. You can negotiate better. You can take risks. You can leave situations that don't serve you. The goal isn't just to earn more. The goal is to become independent from the system's requirement that you need that paycheck. Because the moment you don't need it, you're free. The safety trap is real. It's sophisticated, but it is not inescapable. The people who break free aren't smarter or luckier than you. They just became aware. They saw the system for what it is, and they decided that comfort wasn't the same as freedom. You have that same choice. If this opened your eyes and you want to learn the actual mechanics of building wealth instead of just earning income, there's more coming. Because each insight gets you one step closer to actual financial freedom. Thanks for watching.